What's going on, everybody? David here, back with another video. So we're going to do a stimulus package, stimulus check update, and we are going to talk about this $2,000 stimulus check. Can it happen? And I think it can. I think at least we're going to see more than 600 at this point. And I'm going to explain to you the reasons why. And I mean, this is one of those situations, and I showed the clip yesterday, so if you want to check it out, you can go up there. I showed the clip, President Trump saying that he wants 2,000. He thinks that 600 is not enough. And I think most people would agree with him. $600 is not enough when it comes to a stimulus check. And he went down the list of all the money going out in the spending bill, not the COVID relief, but the spending bill, a lot of money going out to other countries. And so, I mean, that raises an interesting point. If you're saying we don't have money, but you're spending money in all these other countries, it doesn't matter if it's COVID relief or if it's just the spending bill, you're still spending our money in another country. And so, and during a crisis. So I think that's a big problem. And so Congress is going to have to, they are going to have to look at that. Now, will they change things? I don't know, but it's kind of hard to make that argument that we don't have money and you're spending money in other countries. That's just my thought when it comes down to that. But I want to talk more about the veto, because this is a situation, and I saw in the comment section, a lot of people are saying, well, it's just political theater. The Congress has a veto-proof bill, which means they have the majority, they have the 2/3 vote. So even if the president vetoed it, all they need to do is override his veto. But it's not that easy, and we're going to talk about that right now. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please hit the like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that little bell notification so you can get notified anytime we put out a video. All right, so it's not that easy. And the president never said that he is going to veto this bill. He just says it needs to be amended, which is, at this point, it can't be amended, but it could be, they could create another bill is basically what could happen. Just add 2,000 per person instead of the 600. And so you have a veto, which if he vetoes it, yes, it'll go to Congress, and then Congress can override the veto. But if he doesn't do anything, it's called a pocket veto. Now, he has not received the bill yet. It's not on his desk yet. And the reason it's not on his desk is because they have to print it on special paper, and it's like 5,500 pages. And so it's taking time for them to get everything together. Today would be the deadline. They need to get it to him by today in order to avoid what I'm going to talk about right now. And so let's say he does a pocket veto. And what a pocket veto is, Article 1, Section 7 of the Constitution says the president has 10 days to sign a bill or to approve a bill or veto a bill. Now, if the president doesn't move forward with that bill within that 10 days, it automatically becomes law, except if Congress adjourns first. And that's where we have the situation where we're looking at right now. And so let's pull up a calendar real quick. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. So we're looking at December, and we need to move down. And most likely, we're not going to see any action today. So the 23rd, we're not going to see any action as far as the bill is not going to be before the president today. And that's the reason why they did a continued resolution, and they extended it until December 28th. Which is my birthday, by the way. And that's why they extended it. They extended it to the 28th because they knew it was going to take a little bit of time for them to print this all out and have it for the president. So 23rd most likely is not available. So we're looking at the 24th or the 28th. But let's look at the 24th. So let's count this down. Now he has 10 days, right? So the 24th would be day 1. The 25th would be day 2. The 26th would be day 3. And guess what? In Article 1, Section 7, Sundays you don't count. So we're not going to count Sunday. So we'll move to the 28th. That's day 4, the 29th, day 5, the 30th, day 6, the 31st, day 7. Okay, so I'm going to go down to the bottom here, the calendar here. So January 1st, that's 8. January 2nd, that's 9. And then January 3rd, that's on a Sunday, so you don't count Sunday. But guess what? January 3rd, that's when Congress adjourns at 11:59 a.m. and the new Congress will come in at noon. So now we'd be in a situation where Congress adjourns before the 10 days. So guess what? The bill is dead. It will not go anywhere. And so the president has this option if he wants to exercise it. And the crazy thing is, he just doesn't have to do anything. He can continue doing what he's been doing since the election, going golfing, doing whatever he wants to do. He doesn't have to sign this bill, and it's not going to go anywhere. So Mitch McConnell's in a real tough situation here. And so we'll have to see what he does and how he responds. I'm sure we're going to hear something today. Let's hope we hear something today from him. But that's not the only thing. So that pocket veto, that's one part of it. But then we also have to look at things expiring. So you have enhanced unemployment expiring in a few days, eviction moratorium expiring, government shutdown. Yes, government shutdown is still in play. December 28th, that's my birthday, by the way, government can be shut down because the president didn't act. So they would need to do another continued resolution, and the president would have to sign off on that continued resolution in order for us to not have a government shutdown. So there's a lot that can happen. And right now, I've only seen one media outlet that's actually reported this and said, yeah, you know what? Pocket veto could work. If we don't get the bill today, if the president doesn't have the bill on his desk today, which, like I said, it's probably not going to happen, we're looking at this situation. And the president will have all the leverage at this point. So he could just say, oh, I'm just not going to sign it. Increase it, or I'm not going to sign it. And then on top of this, you have even another angle, because you have Nancy Pelosi now calling for a vote. They're going to have a vote December 24th, $2,000 stimulus check, just a stimulus check, standalone bill. So if they can get that through the House, now that goes over to the Senate. Now what does Mitch McConnell do with that? Mitch McConnell's already said stimulus checks, that's the reason why this Georgia race is so close. The lack of stimulus checks. So Mitch McConnell was happy, got that bill through. Now we don't have to worry about it. They're getting that $600 stimulus check. Looks like the Georgia race will be in favor of the Republicans now because they're getting stimulus checks. That's all changing now. Now we're going to be in a situation where Mitch McConnell is going to have a $2,000 stimulus check before him in the Senate. If it gets there, if the House passes it, then he's looking at a $2,000 stimulus check. What does he do with that? Does he call it to the floor? Does he not move on it? If he doesn't move on it, you're going to have a lot of upset people saying, well, we were going to get 600. We want 2,000, but now we're getting nothing. What's going on? And so there's a lot of stuff that's going to happen in the next few days. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell notification. I'm going to keep you guys up to date when it comes to this, but that's what we're looking at. That is the reality here. A pocket veto is in play. It's not used very often, but it could be used in this situation, and we could see some movement towards that $2,000. We might not quite get to 2,000. It might have to be negotiated. We might be looking at 1,200 again, but that number will change from 600. And it all comes down to today. Because if that bill is not in front of the president today, we're looking at a whole different situation. And even if it is in front of the president today, he can still stall. He doesn't have to move right away. And we could go through, people will suffer. I understand that. We can go through the eviction moratorium expiring. We can go through the enhanced unemployment expiring. We can go through a government shutdown until the 10 days runs out, and then it will automatically become law. So I want to know what you guys think. So in the comment section, let me know down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.